What I have interpreted this phenomena of super abilities among the cast as is a different utilization of a concept called aura, or spiritual energy, or natural inner magic, or life energy, or whatever you want to call it. The meanings are all the same, however. A natural ethereal power that everyone has inside of them, but can't access unless they properly train or have an unnatural amount of it from birth, or gain access to it through supernatural means. There's many different displays of powers. Characters that shouldn't be able to fly can fly anyway. Fire comes out of nowhere but doesn't hurt the person creating it. Double jumps and homing attacks, for Christ's sake, are superpowers when you think about it. Not all of it is about shooting giant lasers at people like Dragon Ball Z. The characters do have superpowers, but not to the extent that most Western media portrays superpowers. It's akin to Naruto's concept of chakra and Dragon Ball Z's concept of ki, in that there are different types and subtypes, all of which have negative or positive charges, depending on the intentions or vibes of the person. See you next video, where I struggle to explain the different aura types and why some are freaking awesome and others are kinda. This time we're covering Wind Aura. It's another simple one, so that's good. Characters who have this can do anything an airbender can. That's basically it. Every character that has ever used Wind Aura in the games are Tail, Sonic, Ray, Amy, Espio, Shadow, Charmy, Chaos, Knuckles, Tikal, Rouge, Cream, Jet, Silver, Iblis, Emerald, and Chip. Let's look at how they use this energy. This is the only way he can fly with two tails. It's the only way, people. I don't care what you say. It's the only way he can do it. Plus, he has a tornado attack in the advanced series, so there's that. In Heroes, but probably in other games too, Sonic makes a tornado in midair. So this isn't like a Flash speedster tornado where they run fast in order to make the tornado happen. Sonic does this in midair and doesn't spin around all that much. And watch this, leaves the tornado funnel and it still has a lot of power without him consistently there. So wind powers, has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. In order for a flying squirrel who in reality merely glides to actually fly near indefinitely, he would need wind powers. That one seems obvious to me because he can fly in places that don't have wind strong enough to carry him. Plus, in many adventures, he has shown the ability to float without extending his limbs in a way to catch air currents to make that possible. So, wind powers. In Sonic Battle, she makes tornadoes with her hammer swings. That's some serious wind power. In Heroes, he makes a tornado not by running around in a circle really fast or by curling into a ball and going in a circle in midair, but by simply backflipping and doing a few hand signs in midair. Wind power, only explanation. Does the same thing Sonic does. Next. In Generations, he produces miniature whirlwinds so strong that Sonic can stand on them. That's wind power to the max. In Adventure 2, he can glide like Knuckles and Tikal. How in the world does a mass of sentient water perform controlled glides? Wind power, only explanation. A species that shouldn't be able to glide, gliding anyway, equals wind powers to me. Same as Knuckles, people. She has the ability to fly with her wings, yes, but in Adventure 2, she has a curious move called Black Wave, where black gaseous ripples attack her opponents. So that sounds like wind powers to me. Plus, in Sonic Chronicles, her Tornado Kicks description specifically says that her series of kicks inflict wind damage. So, that's confirmation of wind powers. Thank you very much. Like Tails, this is the only way she can fly. There is no other explanation. Also, in battle, she can make cheese form a tornado without spinning very much at all. I was gonna give this to everyone in the Rider series, but I think Jet is the only one that definitively shows he has wind powers that don't rely on extreme gear. And that's when he uses his Bashosin, or banana palm fans. Normally, these can't be called weapons, but Jet uses just one in the Rider series to create wind currents strong enough to blow opponents off course and disorient them. Remember, this is during a hoverboard race where wind is already insanely whipping everywhere. But Jet can unleash a controlled wind current in that environment that is strong enough to move riders off course. All with one fan, not even both of them. Windmaster indeed. Silver is a little bit more intuitive, at least for me, because in the opening cutscene of his story in 06, he blows away a tower of fire from Iblis. He does use psychokinetic energy to do this, but really, I think it's a mixture of psychokinetic energy and wind energy. Sonic Force's speed battle is confirmation that Silver has wind powers because in that game, he is one of the few characters that can launch a tornado at opponents. So, there you go. This one is a tad tricky as well, because in 06, he makes a tornado that chases Sonic. Sure, it's a fire tornado, but it acts pretty much like a regular wind tornado would. It throws cars and debris around, it has that loud rushing wind sound effect, and it kind of adds up to being both fire and wind powers, in my opinion. I don't know. He copied Tails, Amy, Rouge, Cream, Knuckles, Chaos, and Shadow. It's fair to assume that he's kind of a wind master too. This one, I know I'm splitting hairs on. Chip has wings, yeah, but to me, they're much too small for his body to logically keep him suspended in the air for the amount of time he is airborne. So I'm gonna say wind powers has to be the explanation because those things are like dragonfly wings and he's like the size of, I don't know, a gopher? Is that accurate? A gopher? I don't know. It seems there's a disconnect there for me. He might not have wind powers. I don't know. But I think it would make sense. And that's everybody in canon that has wind powers. Now let's distinguish what charge of wind energy each character has. Sonic, Knuckles, Ray, Amy, Cream, Tikal, Silver, and Chip, maybe, uses positive wind energy. Espio, Shadow, Chaos, Rouge, and Iblis use negative wind energy. Tails, Charmy, Jet, and Emerald can use both negative and positive wind energy, making them Wind Aura Masters. that's all for this one, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next video for electric aura energy.